Before viewing video lessons, it is important to read the textbook using the learning guide as your turn-by-turn directions. Then use the learning guide to take organized notes in your own words with examples and pictures.
Okay, now we can talk about stress. Stress. So there's two ways that stress is responsible for causing psychopathology. One path, we're going to talk about this one first, is the physiological, biological processes in the body when you are experiencing stress. Those biological processes damage the body. They are harmful on a biological level to the body. So I gave you this sheet, which highlights what happens biologically when you experience stress. So the part of your brain that first notices a potential danger is the amygdala. Now remember the thalamus sitting right at the top of the brainstem? Remember that from last time? And the thalamus is the relay center. It's going to send signals all over. What's right close to it? The amygdala. So the amygdala is going to get this signal quicker than just about anybody else. And the amygdala is going to go, potential danger. And what's right next to the amygdala, rolled around? The hypothalamus. And the hypothalamus is going to hear the amygdala, and it's going to turn on the biological stress response across two pathways. One is a nervous system pathway. That's the autonomic nervous system we talked about last time. And it's going to turn on that sympathetic division that says, danger, danger, danger. Get ready to respond. That, through the nervous system, tells the adrenal medulla, which is part of the adrenal glands. Remember, I got two sitting right here, to secrete catecholamines. You probably know these better as adrenaline and noradrenaline. Those hormones are going to ramp up that fight or flight physical response. Muscles tense. All that stuff is fueled by those hormones. At the same time, the hypothalamus is going to send a little message to the pituitary gland. Remember that pituitary gland is kind of sitting in front of the hypothalamus. It's going to say, hey, danger. The pituitary gland is going to secrete a hormone called ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone, into the bloodstream, because that's what hormones do. A couple of pumps of the heart, which by now is racing, right? Because of those adrenal, noradrenaline and adrenaline gland or hormones. The cortex of the adrenal gland is going to register that hormone, and that's going to cause it to secrete corticosteroids. Those are hormones like cortisol. And they're supposed to help me be able to sustain this fight or flight response. They're going to do things like manage inflammation, help me access longer-term energy stores. This is going to use short-term energy to fuel that racing heart initially. This is going to give me access to some other things. And all of this is going to occur before the logical, conscious decider and the prefrontal cortex knows what's happening. And it's a great system designed to help you survive immediate dangers. I got 2 minutes, and I'm going to take them here. Problem for us, remember all those drip, drip stressors we talked about? I don't survive that. Okay, the car started, thank God. Is it going to get me to work? Is it going to get me to school? The whole time, drip, drip, drip stress. I get to work and work sucks. Drip, drip, drip stress. I get home and I've got another bill that I wasn't expecting. You feel the drips here? So in resistance, what we do is we're still facing stressors, so we're still secreting those hormones. I like to say we're pickling ourselves in cortisol and adrenaline. Our body tissues are not meant to be pickled in those hormones. So I've got all of these tigers coming at me, right? And they're there all the time. I can't run away from them. Until I reach the point of exhaustion. We can only sustain that for so long. And once you've pickled yourself enough, you damage the hippocampus, which is the part of your brain that has the power to turn this off. But when you pickle the hippocampus and cortisol, it loses its ability to turn off stress. So now you can't stop it. So now this is going on in your body constantly. And pretty much every single health problem known to man, physical and psychological, is a result of that.